News Defense.
Washington's top diplomat and defense chief announced $500 million in new military funding to bolster the Philippines' external defenses and progress on a proposed military intelligence sharing pact, as the Allies renewed concerns over China's continued aggressive actions in the region. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Defense Secretary Lloyd met with President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., who has strengthened Manila's decades-long treaty alliance with Washington as hostilities between Philippine and Chinese forces flared last year in the disputed South China Sea. Marcos praised the very open lines of communication between Washington and Manila, adding that the two countries' treaty alliance and key issues in the South China Sea and the Indo-Pacific region are continually being examined and re-examined so that we are agile in terms of our responses. Marcos has underscored the need for U.S. military presence for stability and peace in Asia. After meeting with their Philippine counterparts later, Blinken and Austin announced $500 million in military funding to help modernize the Philippine military and Coast Guard and enhance security collaboration amid shared concerns over China's assertiveness. The $500 million in U.S. military funding will include funding to strengthen the Philippine Navy. About $125 million will go toward construction and other improvements to parts of Philippine military bases that will be occupied by U.S. forces under the 2024 Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement. The agreement, similar to those Washington has struck with other allies, will allow the U.S. to provide the Philippines with high-level intelligence, more advanced weapons, including missile systems, and access to satellite and drone surveillance systems with assurances that the intelligence and details about the advanced weapons will be kept strictly confidential in a highly secure manner to prevent leaks, two Philippine officials told the AP, speaking on condition of anonymity because they are not authorized to discuss the matter publicly. Philippine efforts to acquire advanced weapons from the U.S. military in the past have been hampered by the lack of such intelligence deals. In his meetings with Blinken and Austin, Marcos alluded to the intense political divisions in the U.S. ahead of this year's presidential election. "I was a bit surprised considering how interesting your political situation is in the United States, but I'm glad you took the time to come and visit us," Marcos said. The U.S. Navy Ticonderoga-class Aegis cruiser USS Lake Erie, CG-70, is in Manila for a scheduled port visit. It's also possible that the U.S. Navy Ticonderoga-class Aegis cruiser USS Lake Erie, CG-70, could be given to the Philippines. Lake Erie was built by Bath Iron Works in Bath, Maine. Her keel was laid on the 6th of March 1990 and she was launched on the 13th of July 1991. Upon completion of her sea trials after construction, Lake Erie transferred to the Pacific Fleet and was commissioned on the 24th of July 1993 as the 24th Ticonderoga-class guided missile cruiser in her home port of Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Lake Erie is a baseline 4 Ticonderoga-class ship, with integrated AN/UYK-4344 computers, in place of UYK-7 and UYK-20, and superset computer programs originally developed for the Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyers. Lake Erie also has an improved UYS-20 data display system and various decision aids, as well as the SQS-53C sonar and the SQR-19 sonar data processor. USS Lake Erie, CG-70, is a Ticonderoga-class guided missile cruiser of the United States Navy, well known for its advanced ballistic missile defense (BMD) capabilities and its role in various naval combat operations. Below are its detailed specifications and remarkable capabilities. Specifications: Class: Ticonderoga-class guided missile cruiser commissioned July 13, 1991. Length: 173 meters, 567 feet. Beam: width: 16.8 meters, 55 feet. Displacement: approximately 9,800 tons, fully loaded. Propulsion: 4 General Electric LM2500 gas turbine engines, producing 80,000 shaft horsepower maximum speed, 32 knots, 59 km per hour. Crew: 330 personnel, officers and enlisted. Weapons and systems: Aegis Combat System, equipped with the AN/Spy-1 radar and the Aegis Ballistic Missile Defense (BMD) system, which provides long-range detection, tracking, and interception of ballistic missiles and airborne threats. Can deploy standard MISSILE-3, SM-3, interceptors capable of engaging ballistic missiles in the mid-course phase of flight, even outside the Earth's atmosphere. Vertical Launch System, VLS, 122-cell VLS capable of launching a variety of missiles, including SM-2 and SM-6 surface-to-air missiles for air defense, Tomahawk cruise missiles for land attack missions, ASROC, anti-submarine rockets, for anti-submarine warfare guns, 1x5-inch, 127mm, Mk-45 naval gun for surface and shore bombardment, 2x phalanx CIWS, close-in weapon systems, for close-range defense against incoming missiles and aircraft, .50 caliber machine guns and Mk-38 autocannons for additional close-range defense, torpedo tubes. 2 triple torpedo launchers capable of launching Mk-46 or Mk-54 lightweight torpedoes for anti-submarine warfare. Radar and sensor systems, AN/SPY-1A, B/D radar. A multifunction, phased array radar that provides continuous 360-degree coverage for air and surface targets. AN/SQS-53 sonar. A powerful bow-mounted sonar for detecting submarines. Electronic warfare, EU, suite. Equipped with advanced countermeasures and jamming systems to defeat enemy radar and missile guidance. Key capabilities: ballistic missile defense, BMD. USS Lake Erie played a critical role in early BMD testing and operational deployments. It successfully intercepted multiple ballistic missile targets during live fire exercises using the SM-3 interceptor. Anti-air warfare, AAW. Its Aegis system, combined with long-range SM-2 and SM-6 missiles, makes it highly effective at defending against enemy aircraft and cruise missiles. Surface and land attack. Equipped with Tomahawk cruise missiles, it can strike high-value land targets from hundreds of miles away. Anti-submarine warfare, ASW. With its advanced sonar systems, torpedoes, and ASROC missiles, it can effectively hunt and neutralize enemy submarines.